Yeah, today I'm going to be talking about the three different parts which are the main part of the assignments. The first one is the ERD of the database, and in this ERD there are 11 tables used. Of course, each table plays its own role, and there are some attributes which needs justification and some relationship which needs justification. To, and to and These are so there are 11 tables. So Office will save all the um office information such as the name, address, and postcode. Same goes with staff. And the one attribute which I thought might need explanation is the provisional driving license number. Because the reason why that is used as primary key is because a person by law needs a driving license to drive a car. Without a driving license, you cannot drive a car. Another attribute which was needed explaining was expiry date. If the driving license has been expired, then again you cannot drive without having the making sure your driving license is not expired when you're driving. Another is staff and car. There is one many-to-many relationship between them two, and the reason for that is when a car is gone for inspection, there is another car in place which the staff can take out, and if the staff has left the job, then the car which the staff was driving has to be handed in by to the company, so that car can be used for another staff member. This is why I've got a many-to-many relationship. I've got a staff checked in and checked out. So for staff checkout, there can be many reasons. There can be if the car has been broken down, or if the car has gone for inspection, then another car will be assigned, then another record will be done for checking and checking out. And if the staff has completely left, then there's a checked out and checked in. Another reason why this is useful is it can be used for job history of a staff. So it will always have the first date when the staff has checked in and the last date when the staff checked out. So it's good for that. These are the ones I need justification. I've done lesson payments. It wasn't required in the scenario, but I thought having the payments is important. Knowing how much money the company is earning is able to work out the maths from that, and it's also able to keep a record of transaction, how much money has been paid and how much is left over. That's and another one will be a one-to-one relationship between interview and the client, and one-to-many relationship between the staff and the interview. So one client can have only one interview, and one interview can be only for one client. The same here, one staff can have many interviews, but one interview can be only for one staff, which is why I've got one-to-many but one-to-one here. Next one, let's go for query. There are two queries which I found really difficult to do. One of them was quite weak for future expectations. Let's go for the first one, which is showing the next week's timetable of a driving instructor. This is a code which I've used the view table. I've used the view functions of the reason for that is because the tutor is able to see it as all the view tables are on the university server. Anyways, yeah, the code I've used here is where I've been taken staff details from the staff table, then driver license details such as date, time of the lesson is taken from the driver lesson table, and then the client details of the provisional driver license, or which lessons. So basically, the first name and second name of the driver of the client that the driving instructor is going to be going with. Then after that, the staff ID 17. The staff ID is matched with the staff ID which is in the driving lesson. Then the provisional driving license number which is in the driving lesson, and this is the client provisional driving lesson in the client lesson. client table has to be matched. Then the staff ID 17 should be the only one that should be displaying, and then showing the current date to the next 7 days timetable. That was quite tough to do, as I had 3 parts to the code. Another one which is quite weak, I'll say weak query. The reason for that is because it will need to be updated every year, yeah, that one is of staff older than 55. And the reason why it needs updating every year is because 1961, so all the staff should be shown which are born below that date. So for example, when it goes into 2018 and the same query is run, it will show staff which are older than 56 instead of 55. So they will need to be updated to make it again into, you need to keep it updating to like 1960 instead of 1961 for next year, which is why I found it really weak. There was no solution to fix this part of the query, but it's working for now. I can show you them working here. Here's a timetable of the next week's timetable of the ID number 17. These are the tables which have been created. I've created all of them in view table, so showing all the staff office in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There was only one answer asked to show only one office, but I've done it for every single one of them. Same here, total numbers of staff in each office. Yeah, so those are 2 queries which I found quite weak. Let's get into the third part, inserting and updating data. I've done it on my own personal server. I've not used the university server for this part, but let's go for it. I've got to insert, update and delete tables. A PHP work for, I'll say, for client table, so I can insert details of client, update and delete. Let's go for insert first. Let's go for zeros, and then driving license number 123. Just go for 123. Go for mail. Let's go for first name test. Already used test, so use test1. Do the same here. Go for date of birth here. I have to remember this. Here, this is a table, so I'll have to have this so 40, and then test1 should be added. There you go, I've done that here. Let's check if it's added. Oops, my fault. I think I've deleted it. Let's try again. Mail, expiry date, driver license, test, date of birth. Let's name the first name something else. So name it hello. Yep. Let's see if that works. Yep, it's working. There you go. 9 of them added instead of it was 8 before. Let's update the table. All you have to do is make sure the driver license number is matched. So 122, first name. Now you can update it. So first name is hello, second name is test. Update it to law work. Second name to work. Submit the query. There you go, works fine. Update it. Now let's delete that table. And then let's do where is it? It's work. Yep. Yep, there you go. Work. Date of birth. Hello. There. Hopefully it's deleted it. Yep, it's deleted. Thank you for listening. That was my quiz done.